These are few questions that can help you in your Salesforce interview. Number one, what is the difference between auth endpoint URL and token endpoint URL? Now, whenever we are going to perform an integration, we perform authentication as well. For an example, let's say you are going to call your friend. Let's say you are going to call a particular XYZ number. Now, if they have your number saved, this means you're already authenticated with them and they will pick up your call and they will entertain you, right? Similarly, whenever we have to perform any kind of integration, we have to also authorize it with the endpoint URL. Now, where the point at which we are going to perform the authorization, that's what we call as auth endpoint URL. Okay. Now, once the authorization is done, we need to generate the token. Now, using that token, we get the consent grant. Okay, whatever the consent is granted to us using by passing the token from one end to another. Now, where the endpoint where the token is generated and passed from one end to another, that's what is called as token endpoint URL. Let's move on to the next question. Now, why do we need header while making a post call to an external system? So now, whenever you would have tried to make a post call to an external system, what we do is we use a request dot set header and we specify the content type, and then we specify application slash JSON or whatever it might be, right? So and then what we do is request dot set endpoint, or whatever the data is, like body, we set the body right inside it. So first we provide the header. Now when you're providing the header while setting, like for an example, you set the body at the bottom and at the top you set the header. While you send the data inside the body, inside the header you're specifying what kind of data you are going to send from one point to another. So if it is in JSON format, you are specifying the content type would be the JSON. So basically what you're trying to do is using set header, you are going to define what kind of data you are going to pass from one end to another, right? So it's somewhat similar to that of the metadata of your body. So it's a data of data, like what kind of data you are passing from the set header. So what kind of data you are passing inside the set body, that is defined in the help of with the help of the set header. So that's what we use the set header for, to specify what type of the data we are going to pass from one end to another. Let's move on to the next question, that how to allow Salesforce to make call out to the external system irrespective it's HTTP or HTTPS. Now, if you would have done any kind of integration, if you want to make a call out to an external system, you have to specify their URL either inside the remote site settings or the name credentials. Now, if they are HTTP only and they do not have HTTPS, you won't be able to make a call out to an external system because it's not secure, of course, right? But now, if let's say either it's HTTP or HTTPS, no matter whatever it is, if you want to make a call out to an external system, you can specify it using this, that is disable protocol security. Now if you enable this, what it's going to do is it's going to ignore whether it's HTTP or HTTPS. Even if it's HTTP or HTTPS, it is going to go ahead and make a call out to that external system even it does have HTTP or HTTPS. So this was all about the interview questions that I've discussed in the previous shot. If you found this video helpful, I request you to please like this video and subscribe to my channel.